morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? It's your boy T, the promoter. T Music Management in the building. On my driveway to the shop. About to go to work. But just wanted to give a shout out today to everybody that's out here on their grind. They getting their hustle. You know what I'm saying? Hands free, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just been listening to this new Meek Mill, right? You know, just kind of vibing to it. I always been a big fan of Meek Mill. So, you know, my thing is, like, I'm good to see the boy back, you know. Been a long time waiting on some new music, some hot music for my album. You know, I've been rocking with Meek Mill ever since days of YouTube when he was a kid. You know, I always knew that he had, you know, a lot of potential. So I'm really feeling this new project, man. It's real hot. I like a lot of the cuts on there. I'm still kind of in my first couple run-throughs of it. You know, you have to kind of go through a couple times just to really get the texture of the songs and the content of which way he coming from. But I do like a couple tracks on there that he dropped, and he put some real knowledge in there, some real wisdom. You could tell he's grown, you know, and he's developed a lot over the time, you know, and him going through his recent situation with with you know, going to jail. You know, you could tell that, you know, he came with a focus on this album. You know, that song Trauma, man, that's dope. I really like how he expressed about, you know, just basically how black men, black people in general still have to deal with certain aspects of racism. You know, even how he threw the line in about Kaepernick, you know, how, you know, the team didn't stand with him, but they got a new way of killing us out here, you know, it's through our bank account. And then we see which way the money spilled. You know, I like that, man. I like this other joint, What's Free, with Rick Ross and Jay-Z. That's hot. I like that. Really still being on some real informative type message. You know, I like Jay's, you know, the big homie Jay-Z, shout out. I like his verse. You know, my boy Rick Ross, I like his verse. The whole song was dope. Everybody came from a different perspective of their life and how they came up and had to get it, how they had to give it. But it always goes to show you, man, how we as black people can always come up with an inventive way to change our circumstances for better, you know. And, you know, even if you was a drug dealer or a gangbanger or prostitute or whatever you used to be, you know, and even if you're still doing it now, it's always ways you can change it for the best, you know, and do better at what they think that we can't do, you know. I like how Hov talk about how they try to do genocides in the hoods, you know, basically bringing the dope in, and even going back to slavery when he talked about eating the entrails of a pig and how we turned that into chitlins and they became a delicacy for black people, you know. So it really just made me feel like no matter where you at or what you're dealing with, you can always still improve and you can change the worst things for the best. So, you know, I really was digging that track. I think I got all the way down to Splash Warning. That was dope. I like that. Good to see the Future, big homie Future on there. And hey, man, this cat, Roddy Ricch, man, look out for him, bro. Like, hey, boy, fire. He got that heat, man. Good to see Young Thugger on the track. You know, some new music from him on there. So, you know, I really think Meek took time to put this together, man. He got a lot of down south cats from the A on the track, you know, to put some work in. And man, the boy got some hits on here. You know, the one I'm really just feeling, man, like all of them. Even the one, I think he got one with Fabulous on there, Uptown Vibes. Man, my boy Fab, man, he always come through with a verse, bro. Like, that's always been the G. That's been the big homie, man. He always stay consistent with the time. No matter what the age group is, he's always continue to give us some hot heat, man. So big shout out to the big homie. The TikTok, Kodak, TikTok toe, Kodak Black. Hey, Kodak been on the grind lately, man, especially with these features. And the boy hot. Since he been out, he been on the grind. You know, I really like the project he did with Gucci Mane. Shout out to Big Gucci Mane, you know, for Way Up in the Sky. Him and Bruno Mars. Hey, man, that's my morning go-to. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm riding this hour drive, I pop that in. Hey, man. Hey, I feel like I can fly. That's pretty much where I got to right now, but I'm still in my rough first couple stages of just going through the album, just kind of getting it down, getting the texture down, learning the verses. But you got some key notes in there, man. I'm gonna be posting some on my IG page. You know, follow me at T Music Manager on IG, and the same thing on Facebook. No, man, I'm sorry. That's on Twitter. At T Music Managers on Twitter and on Facebook. On IG is T Music Management. So check out my pages. Oh, big shout out. I got a new podcast about to drop soon called Big Facts Podcast. So we're going to be talking about all the unanswered questions that we may have about the industry, business, you know, just whatever it is that we can come up with that people have been seeking an answer for. And it's basically going to be like a go-to, how to get started type podcast. We'll talk a little bit about the industry from the music side to just basic business side. So I'm hoping it's going to be a great, you know, informative platform that you can go to and get some good nuggets from. Just stuff that I've dealt with over my years of business, being in business for myself, learning. You know, nobody really ever gave me the opportunity. You know, nobody really, you know, showed me a lot of things. I had to go and learn them myself. You know, I took advantage of, you know, internet and, you know, books I read, you know. So it inspired me, man, to just really get into this project and try to do something I can give back, you know, and hopefully we get a couple big guests on there. That's what we're expecting. Getting some people on that can, you know, help inspire others to do great, you know. So, you know, hey, do what you want to do, man, in life, man. Don't let nobody hold you back. Don't let nobody keep you confined to something small. Because at the end of the day, when it all goes down, you know, you got to do you. Because the fact is, people, they can love us out of our destiny, man, by holding us back because of fears that they have in their own self. And, you know, you got to be able to overcome all that. You got to be able to, you know, fight through it and keep going. Because really, only you can stop you. And only you can prevent you from being successful. You know, for me, myself, I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. Like, I don't even do this just because, you know, I'm trying to get people to like what I do or follow me. I do it because I have something in me and I want to get it out. And I want to get it out so that people can know, like, if they struggling in certain areas, I have something that they can gravitate to and glean from and get the information they need to be successful in life. You know, because when you're looking for that person, that one person to be there in your corner to support you, everybody don't have that. Everybody don't have a team there. Everybody don't have a family support system. You know, so sometimes you just got to do it on your own until you find that team or that support system that you need. And then it'll come in time, you know. You just got to stay focused on building you up, become the best version of you. You know, so like, just keep grinding, keep pushing. All you artists out there that's trying to make it in the industry, just keep grinding, man. Keep pushing. Keep reinventing yourself. Keep bettering yourself. You know, keep learning. You know, the biggest problem that I see in a lot of artists is that they're not feeding themselves knowledge. They're not engaging themselves in something that will cause them to, you know, grow and develop in themselves. You know, reading a book about the industry or just about anything. listening to something that's positive and motivate each and every day. So that's what we're gonna do, man. Y'all enjoy your day. It's your boy T the Promoter. I'm about to go in here and chop some heads up in a minute. But get at me. My new website up, tmusicmanagement.com. Go check it out. Get your free consultation. We can sit down, phone call, and talk about what you want to do. All right, peace.